Hello and welcome to this section. So by end of the section, we should be able to build a simple landing page that is mobile responsive. So I have my images here, then I have the index page, style sheet, which are still empty. So we open this on the live server, go to the index page, right click, open on the live server. Okay, so now I'll press shift 1. I'll start with the main container that will hold everything. So I have this div, then I'm having the hero here. Then inside hero I'll have navbar. So I'm going to be having the first navigation, the first part of the navbar, I'll have the middle part of the navbar, middle nav. Then I'll have the last part of the navbar. So I'll just say last part of the navbar. Okay, so now looking at this now, inside this place, I'm going to be having h2 elements. Inside these h2 elements, I'll have the sandy. So here you can add your logo, your brand logo. But what I want to do now, I have this sandy, then I'll have span, then li inside the span. So this is what I want to have. Good. Now if I go to the browser, so this is what I have basically. Now I'm going back inside this middle bar. I'm going to be having ul. This is for the links, nav links. So I have anchor tag home lia. Okay, about us. So I'll just have to duplicate this. So I have contacts. So coming here, I'll just have contact us, right? Then gallery. Say works, maybe our works, right? Good. Then say blog. Then yes, say contact us. Okay, contact us is already up there. It's okay. So this is okay. Now next thing I'm going to do is the last part of this navbar. The last part of the navbar will have search button. So coming here, I'm just going to use this class .far search, right? Good. So this is what I have. So let's go and see. So of course this search button will not come out until we add the CDN link. So I'll search for CDN. Okay, font awesome CDN. So let's go. I'm taking this first link, so I'll just copy this HTML icon. That's where I clicked. So coming down, I need to paste it on the head of this page. So I'll paste it on the head of this page. So basically I don't really need this. We also don't need this part, so we are going to remove it. So I just remove them. So let's see that it's working. So let's go back to the browser and check. So you can see the icon has come out. Hope you can see my screen very well. Let me increase the screen. Okay, the icon is out very well. So next thing I'm going to do now is let's style this navbar that I just created. So heading to our style sheet. First thing first, if you observe, okay, you see you have this margin around. So what I'm going to do now is I will come here and target this margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box, border box. So I have this. So this is what you have now, but it's not reflecting because we've not linked the style sheet. So going back to HTML, we need to link our style sheet, right? So I'll come here, link, so style.css. So you can see, so the margin, the fourth margin and padding has been removed. So let's continue with the styling. So let me keep this side by side each other. So I have this. Now we are going to be targeting this hero. So I'll have dot hero nav, right? So I'll give this nav display flags. So you see they all stand side by side each other. So by default the direction is row. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give it, sorry, by default the flex direction is row, so not flex direction. We're not giving it flex direction because it's taking this default direction. So what you're going to be giving it is then justify content. So say justify content, space around, align item, center. So let's see what we have. So this is what we have. Good. So next thing we are going to do now is let's target ul. Okay, let's target this hero, the first part. So we have dot hero dot nav dot f nav, right? Good. So I want to do something, background color red. Let's see. So this is what I have. Okay, so but that's not what I want to do. I'm still going to remove it. So here I'll target the h2 inside it, this h2 inside it. So targeting this h2, so I'll give it h2. So here I'll say display flex. Okay, align items, flex end. So this is what I have now. Good. Now coming down, I'll take this, coming here dot hero dot nav dot f nav. I want to target the li. So here I'm going to be giving it, I'll say list type. I want to change the list type to square. List type square. So this is what I have now. So now I'm doing away with this one here. Then I'll give it color, say red. So this is what I have. Good. Now I'm coming back. Okay, let's target the middle nav. So on the middle nav, I'll say dot hero dot nav dot m nav, right? Let's give it width of 60%. So this is what I have now, right? On this one, you know, this span is here, so this li is inside span. So let's just give, okay, coming here, let's just say margin left, say 4 pixels. I want to do something, let's see. Okay, it's touching it. Then I want to give it margin button. I'm using minus 10 pixels. It's actually much, say minus 6 pixels. 4. This should do. Okay, it's okay like this. Now next thing we are doing now is let's target the ul. So coming here, I'm targeting the ul. So I'll take this, put it here. So here we have ul. So let's remove the list type. So the list type none. So this type is gone. Now we're gonna be having li. So this is ul, li is here. This is li. So let's target the li. So is still inside this hero, then inside nav, inside nav, then ul, I have li, so you say display inline. So this is what I have now. Good. Now on this nav, we're going to be doing a padding of say 20 pixels. Padding of 20 pixels. We have this. Now let's target li. So give it padding 10 pixels, margin 10 pixels. Let's see. We have this. Good. So next thing I'm gonna do now is let's target li so that we'll change the color. We want to change the color and remove the underline. We can only do that on li on anchor tag. I mean a. So coming here ul, then a. So we say text decoration. This will remove the underline. We say none. Then we want to change the color. Say orchid. Is it okay? Let's see. We have this. Then we have let's increase the font size. Font size 18 pixels. Font size 18 pixels. So this is what we have. Okay, so I think we're going to remove this color later. We are changing the color to white. But let's just continue. So we go to nav. Let me change the color now. No need of doing that later. White. I'll change it to white. Then this is white. Now let's go to nav bar, the main nav bar. So that's mnav. Let's give it background color of black. So we give it background color of black. Background color black. Okay, good. Wait, what's happening? Mnav. Sorry, not mnav. Nav bar, not mnav, please. Okay, so coming to the nav bar. Yes, and this place I gave padding. Please, this padding should be on, not on mnav, on nav bar. Yeah, padding here. Then h2 should have this color white too. White. Let's see. Okay, so I have this. Now this color red is not what I'll be using now. So let's change the color to, we are using this color called RGB 208, I think 13. Let's see. Yeah, a darker shade of red. So we have this now. So now let's work on this nav bar, on this hero. This, you know that our nav bar is inside this hero. So now let's work on this hero, going up again. So on this hero, I will target hero here. So I want to give it background image. So the background image I'm using is this number 14 is now here. Number 14, or okay, I think number 4 is what I want to use. Yeah, this one. So let's see what I have. Apparently is not showing because we've not increased the height. So let's give it height, say 100 VH. Let's see. Oh, what's matter? So what's matter? Okay, I'm using background color. Sorry, background image. No background color. Okay, so our image is showing, but you can see that they are repeated. So I'll say background repeats, no repeats. Right? Good. Then we need to increase the size. So we say background size cover. Background size cover. So this is what I have now. Good. So let's continue. Targeting if you look at this part, you see that the search bar is not showing. So let's target it and make it show. So we'll go down. So I'll have our hero dot nav, that is last nav var, right? So the last nav var, nav var. So inside it we have this vars dot var search. So I'll just do dot var search, right? So let's give it color white. Color white. Good. So let's increase the font size. Font size 18 pixels. Font size 18 pixels. We have this. Now let's target this anchor tag and give it hovering effect. On the anchor tag, I'll just take it here. Dot hero dot nav dot n nav dot n nav, right? So we are targeting the anchor tag ULLIA. So once when we hover on it, let the color change. So on hover, the color should be RGB. The color I just used up. So this color, right? So this is what I have. So on this page, I need to give this page general transition. So I'll come to this universal selector and say transition or 0.6 seconds. So this is what I have now. So let's add hovering effects on this search bar too. Good. So because they are similar, what I'm going to do now is I don't want to repeat code. So what I'm going to do now is I'll just take this, put comma here, then hover. So let's see. Okay, I did not target it very well. Okay, so why is not showing? Why is not okay? Okay, so I'm going to take this and place it here. Let's see. Okay, it still did not work. Okay, hover. I not put hover here. Hover. Okay, so let's see now. Okay, so we can see is the hovering effect is working now. So on this place, let's add it pointer. On hover on this logo here, it should turn to pointer. So that is f nav. So on hover, f nav should be pointer. So taking the whole of this. So cursor, just say cursor, not on hover, cursor pointer. So this is it. So we are done with this part. Let's move to the next part. So the next part of this is adding write-ups. So coming here, after the nav bar, we want to add some text. So I'll add dot text. Okay, so here I'm going to be adding h2. So I'm gonna be writing hello. So here I'll say, sorry, h2, I'll say I am Sandy, right? So say Lauren 15, just short description about you. Then after coming down here, what you're gonna do next is we need to add some text here. Button, I mean, not text, button. So here I'll just write this div. Good. So let's design this. So coming down here, this is still inside the hero dot this dot text. So let's give this text background color so that we can visualize the background color of red. Background color of red. So width, say 400 pixels width, or say 300 pixels of width. Height 80 view height, 80 view h. So this is what I have. Okay, let's make height 100 view height, 100 view height. So we have this. So I want to align it down. So because of that, I want to move it down. Just give it display flags. Display flags. Of course, it should be side by side now, but that's not what we want. So I'll just change direction. Flags direction colon. Flags direction colon. I have this. Now let's move it down. Align item. Align item center. Right? Justify content center. Let's see. Okay, so this is what I have. Let me remove align item. Let's see. Okay, good. I prefer this way. So what I will do next is this width. Let's change this width percentage. So let's say 40% of the entire width. Then I'll give it padding left. Padding left. You can see it's touching the edges. I don't want it to be touching the edges. So let's give padding left of say 80 pixels. Padding left of 80 pixels is, I think it's much, 70 pixels. Good. So this is what I have. So we are going to give it gap so that they will space out. So we say gap of say 30 pixels. So it's much, right? Good. So now it's time to target the h2 we have. So hero dot text h2, right? So we're gonna give a font size of 70 pixels. So I have this font size of 70 pixels. Then we need to give it background. So background, say linear gradient. Okay, to right. So I use this color earlier. I use RGB. I guess what did I do? Okay. So 213, 208, 13, 13. So here I'll be using blue, then pink, then orchid. Orchid. I want a lighter shade of blue. Okay, so I have this. Of course, let's see now. Nothing will happen now. So what we are going to do next is we need to give this WebKit background clip. Text. So now we're gonna say color transparent. Okay, so let's see this on the browser. Coming here. Okay, we have this. Good. Now what I will do next is we are going to remove the red background color. Let's just remove the red background color for the text. So we have this. Good. So next we are going to do is this. We are going to give it animation. So I want it to animate. I want the color to change as it's animating. So we are going to be using the keyframe. So at keyframes. So here I'll just use H as the heading. So what I want to do is at 0%. At 0%, I want it to be this. Exactly what I have here. Right? Then at 25%. At 25%. So we have this, but I'm going to change this. So let's change this to say, let's add blue here. I'll change the shade to this. Then we'll change this one. The next one should be orange. Then we have the pink. Right? Okay. So then I'll do it with these ones. So this is what I have now. Now this is at 50%. So at 100%, this is 25%. So at 50%, we'll do similar thing. At 50%, we do the same thing. So let me just paste this here so that I won't. Okay. So coming here, we are going to be having similar stuff, but here now, let's change the color to orchid. Right? Okay. So here we are using this color. We use this blue. Then here we have orange. Then RGB 208 13. This is at 50% animation. Now at 100%, so we want the animation at 100%. It's still similar. Okay. So here we're going to be having, I'll paste this. So I want to have orange here. Okay, let's leave this color. No, let's have orange here. Then we have the red, okay, the blue. So let's just take this shade here and put here. Right? So this is what I have. Okay, it's what we have earlier. So the animation is not working yet. So let's see that the animation will start working now. So we need to go up, go back, and give it animation, and add the animation property to it. So coming back now, so we're gonna say animation. So we put the animation name, which is H, is the animation name. Then we want the duration to be 3 seconds. Then the direction, let's say linear. Then we have okay, so let the iteration count be infinite. So let's see what's happening. So let's go and check. So you can see it's animating, right? So this is what we have now. Okay, so let's work on other parts of the page. Okay. Okay, so I think I want this to be red. Let's see. Okay, good. So let's continue. So now next thing we want to do is on this quotes here. So we're going to take it quote, or let's work on the paragraph. So on the paragraph, let's go up. So we take this. So P, font size. The font size should be 18 pixels, right? Then font style should be italic. Font style should be italic. Now let's work on this part, this quote part. So on the quotes, we have this again. So then we have dot quotes. Then we're going to be having button. Okay, first and foremost, we want them to be side by side. So we say display flex. Okay, so justify content, space around, or let's just use gap. Let's use gap and see. So gap, say 15 pixels. So we have this. Now on the button, let's work on the button. So here we have button. So we're going to give it padding of 15 pixels, top and bottom, 30 pixels, left and right. We have this. So we give border radius of 15 pixels. Border radius of 15 pixels. Background color white. Then color RGB 208 13, right? Let's see how it is. We have this. We are going to increase the font size, then remove this outline around it, or the border around it. So say border none. Font size of the text, let's make it 18 pixels. Right? Okay, it's too much. 16 pixels is okay. So we have this now. So let's give it hovering effect. So I still need outline. Let me add outline to it. Outline 3 pixels, solid, RGB 0. Okay, I think I need this, not this one. So this is what I have now. So on hover, let's give hovering effect to it, to the button. So on hover, we want the color to be black on hover, the background color to be black. Hover, background color black, right? That's it. So this is what we have. Now let's work on this one. I want them to be, they're not really on center. So let's go up. So let's say align items center, and see they are not at the center, right? Good. So on that one is the paragraph. That's after quotes. It's inside the quotes. So the paragraph. So we have this P. We just give it cursor pointer, right? Pointer. Then let's give it on hover. text decoration underline hover hover text decoration underline. So this is what we have now. Okay, so now you can see that as I'm hovering, this navbar is moving. I don't want it to move, I want it to stand steady. So what I'm going to do now is I need to go up. I need to go to navbar and make it fixed. So coming up, so just like we need to remove this navbar, we need to make it fixed, I mean. So let's go up and do that. So on the navbar, the main navbar, where we have background color black. So coming here, I'll give it position fixed. So you see what we have. This is what we have now. So we still need to do something. So we need give it left 0, top. You can say left or either left or right. Top 0. Right? We have this. And we need to give it width 100%. We have this. Right, so this is what we have now. Because we just change the position, we can't scroll now. So let's test and see that it's working. I'm going to be adding some content here after this name. Let's say Lorem 2000. Just random content. So just added this. So you can see it's fixed. So it's fixed. Then I want this background image to be fixed as well. So what I'll do now is let's target the hero. We go to the hero. So it's a background attachment. Fixed. So we have this now. So you can see that the image is fixed now. So that's it. Let's continue. Now let's move to the box section, our works. So I'll remove these stuffs now. So here I'm going to be adding this div dot gallery, or say dot works. So I have page 2, our works. Right? Now here I'm going to be having dots work. Okay, so here I will be having some images dot div the div image. Then here I'll have dot div and this is middle image. Then I'll have dot div image again. So we'll be adding image inside these divs now. Okay, so here img. Okay, so here we add image. I want to add this one here. Now coming here, I'll have 2 images inside this place. So I'll have dot mid image. So I have this. So we add this. Then which one is? I'll add 2 extra images too. Yeah. So I'll change it. Now coming here, I'll add another one. img 12. So let's see. So these are what we have now. These are what we have. So let's style this now. Okay. So coming back to our style sheet. So we are going to be targeting works. We have works. So let's target the works. So let's be fast now. War.hero. Sorry. So this is .works. So I'll give it display, because if you check now, okay, yeah, I'll give it display. They are still displayed well, but I need to align them and give them gap, because I need to give each of them gap. I'll just use display flex. You can still use margin and do that, achieve it, the same thing. So flex direction colon. Once I give the display to the header and the image will stand side by side. That's why I'm giving it flex direction colon. You can still use margin without display flex. So I'll give it height of 80 UH, and I also want to center it. So that's why I'm using display flex. Now let me not center it now so that you understand what I mean later. I'll do it later. So we'll come back to this. I'll say works H2. On H2 you're going to be saying text align center. Let's give it font size of 60 pixels. Now we need to give this margin top. So here is, so this is what I have now. So let's separate it from the hero image. So on this works, we are going to give a margin top. Why is it not auto completing? Okay, margin top of 80 pixels. Margin top of 80 pixels. So we have, what's happening? Okay, so this is what I have. Margin top 80 pixels. Good. Now on this one, let's add gap here. So it's a gap of 25 pixels. Gap of 25 pixels. Good. So we have this. So now let's move further. We target the work inside works. Then dot work. Right? So let's give it display flex display flex of. So they are now on the same line, right? Good. So what you're gonna do next is this. We target the divs holding the images. So here I have div img, right? I'll take it here and put it here. Dot div img. Then we say width. Okay, so width say 200 pixels. Height 500 pixels. 500 pixels height. Right? Now let's target the image inside it. So coming down, I'll say image. It has the image inside it. So the image should be, before I do that, okay. Before I do this, let's see what we have. So this is what we have now. This is what we have. There is no much difference, right? So now let's target the image. Now we'll save it. The image should be 100% of the div holding it, and height should be 100%. Height of the image should be 100% of the div holding it, right? So this is what I have. Okay. But this is not what it should be now. It should. Okay. I removed the image. So img. So let's go back. Okay, so we have this now. These two are in the middle. These two images are at the middle. That's this one now. It has two images. This mid image, it has two images inside it. So now let's target that one. So we target the mid image. I'll take this. So I'll target the div mid image. Huh? Okay, so for the mid image, so we have this. So the div should be the 100% of the parent div. Well, is that it? Wait a minute. The div, okay, the height of the div should be 100%, right? Why the width of the div should be similar to the width of the other ones? The width of this one is 300 pixels. So the height of the div should be 100% of the height. Why the width should be the same with the... Okay, let's just make it 500 pixels so that we don't get confused. 500 pixels, right? This is for mid. Good. Now I'll take this. It has two divs inside it. So this image. So here I'll say .m image .m, right? Image .m image. Now we want .m image. We want the width to be 300 pixels. That's 100% of the parent div. But the second div, okay, sorry. Yeah, 100%. Then the height should not be the same with the parent div. The height should be 50% of the parent div. So let's see. The height should be 50% of the parent div. Now let's work on the children, which are the images inside them. So here we say img. So coming here 100%. So the width of the children of the child, or yeah, the children should be 100% and height 100% each. So this is what we have now, right? Good. So now this is what happens now. You see that they are at by the side, so we can't actually use margin to push them. So because of that flex we added earlier on work, so what we're going to do now is we're going to say justify content center. Align items center. So let's see. So good. So this is what we have now, and this is what I want us to have, right? So what I'm going to do next is let's I think we need to increase the width. Let's increase the width. Let's make this with 400 pixels and see. Where else do I have 300? 400. So this is what I have now, right? Now let's give it gap. So that the place we have your spy content, we give it gap. So we say gap, let's say 15 pixels. So you have this gap here. So these two, we need to give them gap too. We can't use margin on them because if we use margin to increase the height. So what I'm going to do now is on this place, I'm going to say display flex, right? See what you're going to have now. Because I say display flex. Did I target it? Well, sorry, not here. On the mid image. On the mid image here. So display flex. So this is what we have, and this is not what you are supposed to have. So because of that, we say flex direction column. Flex direction column. So we have this. Now we can add gap because gap works with flex or grid. We say gap the same as we did earlier, 15 pixels. So we've been able to give them the same gap. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is on the height. Okay, so this is not supposed to be this way. It's supposed to adjust. I don't know if it's from the image. Okay, well, let's continue. Coming here, what I'm going to do now is let's reduce this gap I gave it. Say 5 pixels. Let's see. Okay, so this is it, 5 pixels gap. So let's give it border radius. So on the div, so I have this div. Okay, then I also have this. So I'll give you border radius of 10 pixels. So we have this. Now on the middle one, let's target it to so coming here, comma, targeting M. So here I'll have plus M img, right? Still going to take this like this. Okay, let's see now. So you have this. I guess it has worked, but the image is still the div. We are able to add it on the image. So here I'll add it on the image img. So let's see. So you can see. So why you need to add it on the div is this. If you don't add it on the div, so let's say I don't add it on the div holding the image. If I remove this now, let me remove let me show you. So if you don't add it on the div holding the image, that's this div here. If I don't add it here, what's going to happen is this. That div, let's say it has background color. I can give you background color. let's say I have background color here, background color red. So you can see the edges, the red edges, right? The same thing applied to here. So that was why I gave the div border radius too, and the image itself border radius. So I'm just doing Ctrl Z to bring it back. So we have it now. So the next thing I'm going to do is to add transform effect on this. So coming to this div, so we want when we hover on this image, when we hover on the div holding the image, let's what did I do? Okay, so this is what I have here. So I want when I hover on this div, hover, right? Let the image transform, let it scale up, transform, scale 1.2, the scale times 2 the original size. So this is what we have, right? But it's not nice. So we need to give this we need to give the div overflow. So overflow hidden, right? So we have this now, right? So let's do the same thing here. So coming to that middle one, we target that div. So the div holding that image. So this div now. Okay, so let's just take this one. So coming here, we have it. So give it transform, scale 1.2. It just increased by the size, increase the original size by 1.2. You can increase it by double, just you say 2. So coming here, I'm just going to give it overflow, right? Hidden, good. So we have this. Okay, it's not affecting this one. Why now? Why is it not affecting it? So I did not give it hover. So on hover, okay, it's happening at the same time. I don't want it to happen at the same time. So this is mid image. So I'm not supposed to do it on this mid image. The hover should be here. Hover. Right? So this is what we have. So let's head on to the next part. So here we are going to be having this now. This one is just dot follow. So here we have h2. So it says follow us. Okay, so here we are going to be adding some icons. Dot icon. So we have instead of using div, let's use italic. So I dot say fab dot far Instagram of wait I dot dot file Facebook I dot file Twitter. So we have this. Okay, so this is what we have now. So we need to separate this now. So coming here, we target follow dot follow. So what you're going to do next is, let's give margin top 100 pixels, right? So display flex align items center. So this is what we have so far. Justify content center, right? Left direction column. So we have this padding say 60 pixels. Gap 20 pixels. Good. So we take this. So h2 dot h2, sorry, just h2 font size 60 pixels, color RGB, so we have this. Then let's target the icons. Oh my god, sorry. So on the icons we have this, just say icons dot icons. Then we target the I beside it. So giving it margin say 15 pixels, font size say 20 pixels. So this is what we have. Okay, let's increase the font size to say 25 pixels. Okay, then on hover, so on hover we want the color to be the same color, this color. Then we want the cursor to be pointer. So that's it. Why is this red? Where did we add red? Okay, on hover, sorry. On hover. Okay, so this is what we have now. So on hover. Okay, good. So next we are going to do now is the last part. So I'll call it the footer. So here I'll be adding 6 different images. Dot footer. So dot footer dot ing div. So here I have img. Okay, so I have pen. I'll duplicate this into 6 places. Okay, so I have this. I have this. I guess it's up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 6. Okay, so let's change them. The images. So this is 11. Okay. Seven, 6, 6. Okay, so basically this is what we have. So let's resize them. So on the footer, you see that footer. So that footer, it has some images inside it. I'm targeting the image divs. .img div, right? .img div. Then I'll leave it with, so 100% divided by 6 should be 6.16 point something, right? So let's say 16.55%. Okay, let me check, please. 100%, give me a moment. Okay, so calculator says 16.6 weight. So do I need height? Say height. Height. Maybe 300 pixels. So I have this. I take it. Come in here. I'll target the main image, img. Then I'll give it weight of 100%. Height 100%. Okay. So this is what I have now. So what you're going to do now is you're going to target the div, the footer itself. So we say dot footer. So I'm going to give it display. Flex. Right? So this is what we have now. So let's give it hovering effect. So I want on hover, let the background color change. Coming here now, what you're going to do is on this div, on each of the divs. So let's target the footer now. Coming here, we are gonna say we are targeting this div. So once when we hover on this div, this footer has many divs. So we use this selector to target it. Okay, so I'm using this we say hover. When you hover on the div holding the images, want the background color, anyone you hover, want the background color to be red. right? Background color, not really red, RGB, this shade we have been using. That's what we want. So this is what we are going to have. Now we are going to add opacity to the image. So come to this image, you're going to give it opacity. Or let's say when you hover on this, let the opacity of the image change. So coming here, I'll take this. I'll just take this. So when you hover on it, let the opacity of the image change. So coming here, so we say on hover, the image itself, let the opacity change, image. So we say transform, okay, let's say opacity, not transform, opacity say 0.5, right? So now this is when you hover on it. Now the image itself, let's add this opacity here. Let's do it, put it in transform, right? We say opacity. So let's go there. So we're going to be using at media screen. So we're using media screen. So let's go down. Good. Okay, so let's see we are targeting it very well at media screen, and I'm using maximum width, say 720 pixels. This is for widths that are 720 pixels and below, 720 pixels less. So for any width that is this, assume this, we are telling it to assume this. Sorry, take this background color, body, background color, red. Let's see. So you have this. So that's what you're working on now. So let's use this. Okay, so now we have this. I'm removing this body. So what you want now is, let's target the navigation bar. So I'll close out this. So on the nav bar, we want to so this is what we want to happen. We want to hide this nav bar, the nav links. So and the nav link is within the nav bar. So dot hero dot nav. So we say display none. So you can see it's hidden now. So we want to create another element. So this element will be it will be inside, it will be outside here. So here we're going to have it here. We're going to have dots I dot far dot fars bar. So this is what I have. Let's see. Okay, this is actually fast, not far. Okay, let's see. Okay, this just came up because I think my network just came up. It's not showing now. The bar. Okay, bars. Is it showing? Okay, so let's give it color white. So I color white. So yes, it's showing. So we need to hide this one too, the search bar. So this one /l dot l nav, right? Display none. So let's see. Good. Now what we want is, we want when we click on this one, right? We want the nav bar to come out. Okay, so what we are going to do now is, where do we have it? We have it up here. So we give it a class. Yeah. Okay, let's give it on click. On click. Open nav, right? Open nav. Good. So before then, let's see that this on click is working. So I'll come here, take it. We are using scripts this time around. We are using scripts. So coming here, below we have scripts. So I'm writing a function. Open nav, yeah. So we want on click. Let's do something on click. Let's see that we're targeting it. Console.log hello. So let's go back. So this is our console. So on click hello. So we are targeting it. So what we want is on click, we want the nav bar to come out. For the nav bar we are targeting, let's target UL. So coming here, I'll target the UL here. So where our nav bar is this mid nav bar. Should I target mid nav bar? Should I just target UL? Okay, I'll just target this UL here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say UL, I'll give it width of say 20%, background color red, RGB, right? Position fixed, right 0, top 0, right? Padding 20 pixels. Now I want to check something. Let me remove this display none and see. So we have this, right? Good. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to give it height 100% height. Good. So now we are going to hide again. So I'm going to say display none again. But instead of saying display none, what I'm going to do now is, I'll take this, right? I'll take this, put it here, right? So what will be none now is search bar will be none. Good. So now I'm going to say right, instead of saying display now, I'm going to say right minus, say minus 20%, right? Is that what it is? Minus 20%, minus 200 pixels. Let's see, 200 pixels. Okay. But then I want to do something. Let's change this to pixels. Let me see. Wait, pixels. Okay, this is the height, the width. So what we're going to do now, instead of that, let's say 180 pixels. See, 180 pixels. Okay. minus 180 pixels. 180 pixels. So this is what I have. Okay, so let's continue. So what you're going to do next is you want to bring out this one. We want when we click on this bar, this should come out. The nav bar should come out. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give this one okay, it's already a UL. Okay, so now let's go to the nav bar, to the script. So on the script, okay, so what we want now is once when we click, so we're going to say let navbar equals to documents dot query selector UL, that's this one here, UL, right? So what we're going to do now is navbar dot style dot right equals to 0 pixels, right? So navbar, that's this UL. So when you click on this bar, this UL, this right here that we gave minus 180 should be 0 pixel. Okay, so let's test and see that it's working. So come here and click. Good, you see it's working. Nice one. So what we're going to do next is we need to put cancel button here. So just like we did all, we are going to inside that UL, inside U, right? Here inside U, we are going to have something like this. Take this, put it here. So I'll say close nav, close nav. Wow, is this nav? I did not write it well. Close nav, close nav. So I'll copy this. So let me give it a class. Just I'll say cancel. A different class too. So here is times, past times. Let's see that it's coming out. So click on it, per times it is. So what we want is when we click on it, this number should disappear. So what we are going to do now is we don't even want it to show. Is it showing? Let's refresh the page. Okay, it can't show because U is hidden. UL is hidden already. It's inside UL. So close nav. I will come down and create another function for close nav. So when I click on it, so function, I have this. Let's see that is working. So I'll say console.log hi. So when we click on the button, you are going to see hi. Okay, so I think my connection is lost. Let me refresh my page. For the icons to show, you need to be connected to a network. Okay, so we click on the bat icon, click on this, we see hi, click on it, hi. So it's working. So what we want now is when we click on this button, this cancel button, this navbar should be hidden. So what we're going to do now is we come here. So let me make this universal, let me make it global. So I'll bring it out of this and put it here. So it's now global. You can access it from each of the functions. So what I want now is this nav bar, just exactly what I did up, but not really exactly. So let me remove this console log now. So I have this dot style, the navbar dot style dot right, right, should be equals to minus 180 pixels. So when we click on it, it should go inside. That's, we should hide. So let's go. So I click on it. So what's happening? Open var is not defined. Okay, so open var is not defined. So what could be the cause? Open var is not defined. Okay. We have this. So let's see. Okay, so it's working. Yeah, it was just the same thing I did. I don't know why it just. Okay, I think I omitted an N here. And I just put it back. Okay. So this is it. Our navbar is working. Click on this. Click on this. Click on this. Click on this. So we are done with this now. What you're going to do is that we need to maximize this page. Let's see what we have up. So you see that on large screen, this is showing, and we don't want it to show. So we target it on larger screen and hide them. So we come to the CSS. So here you need to hide them. So you dot files, two of them has file. Let's say display none, right? Then display none. Let's see. So they are hidden now. Display none. Then on smaller screen size, we take this and make a display block on smaller screen size. So coming here, put it. What did I do? I mistakenly cut something. Okay, put it down on smaller screen size. We say display block. Put it here, Ctrl V. No, it's not pasting. So we say display block, right? So this is display block. Coming back, let's see. In fact, there's what I want to do. Let me now put display block now. Let's go smaller screen size. So inspect. So you can see on smaller screen size is hidden. You can't see the icon. So let's uncomment this now. Display block. So we see. You need to see it on smaller screen now. Good. It's shown on smaller screen. So that on larger screen side is hidden. Good. So now let's move to the next section. So we are done with this nav bar section. So let's go to the next section. So now let's work on this part, on this text area and hero area. So we go to the hero part. So basically I'm done with scripts. We won't use script anymore, except there is need for it. So this is text. This is where we are currently on. But then let's go to hero, where we have this hero image. So I have this hero and all these properties there. So let's target hero on smaller screen size. So coming to the smaller screen size, so I'll target hero. Wait. Something It just occurred to my mind. The search bar should show. The search bar is not showing. You know that the search bar has the same this files. So I think this file touched all of them. So just say hide. Yeah. I want to hide this. I also want to hide this. So I'm giving them extra class. I also want to hide this. Let me just this is the icon. Let's just say okay, let's try it out first. So instead of that, I'll put hide here. Hide. Then hide. Let's see. Good, it's showing now. So it doesn't the files affected it earlier, right? So I just gave these two icons different classes. So what we're going to do next is we'll come here on the hero. So let's target him without hero. So for this hero, we say background size. We need to reduce the size of the image, right? We need to reduce the size of the image. Okay, so 100%, 100%. So you see, this is what we have now. Now the next we need to work on is the text. So the text. So let's see what we have up under text. So coming here, I have this whole stuffs and text. So I'm just going to take the whole of this and reduce and change some of them on smaller screen size. So coming here, I'll put it here. So let's make the width say 80%, right? On smaller screen, 80%. Okay, so let's make it 100%. 100%. The direction should still be colon, right? So we have this. The direction should still be colon. Good. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm moving this height. Is the one up is affecting it. It's affecting, yeah. So let's see. Now let's work on the H elements, H2 element. So we need to reduce H2 elements. Then one thing we need to do is let's give it text align center, or let's say justify content center, align item center. Let's see. Okay, I think one is flex end up. We are going to still leave it flex end. Let's see the one that is flex end up. You see what I'm going to do? This page, this CSS needs to come here, so that I won't be scrolling up and down. Okay, so basically the text is here. This is the text basically. So coming here, coming down here, I have text here. So I have okay, so I still have this align item center, justify content center. So let me remove align item center and see. Okay, say flex end. Okay, so this is what we have. Flex end, align item, flex end. Now let's work on the H1. So for H1, we take this, put it here. Then, sorry, I mean H2. We reduce the font size. On smaller screen, font size is 70. So here, let's make it 30 pixels. On bigger screen, font size is 70. So here we are making it 30 pixels, right? We are making it 30 pixels. Good. So now next thing we are going to work is this button and this email. So we target quotes and change the direction. Quotes. So you have quotes here. So I'll take quotes, put it here, then I'll give it flex direction, colon, flex direction, colon. So you see what we are going to have. They are no longer on the same line. So this is what we have now, right? Good. Then on hero, I'll give hero padding button, right? So let's give it padding button, padding button. So 30 pixels. Okay, so I'm not really affecting. I'll take this, put it here. Let's see. Okay, so this has been what I want. Padding button. Now for this text, for paragraph, you need to change the color, right? The color is not coming out very well now because of the RGB I gave it. I gave the background image, so it's, I think the shade, when I reduce the shade of this image, on larger screen is coming out very well, but on this smaller screen, this background, this paragraph, the color is not coming out well. So let's give it text shadow. First of all, let's make it white. Now let's give it text shadow. Say 0 pixel, 0 pixel, 20 pixel. Now let's make this 4 pixels, right? You say RGB. Okay, let me just use black. Or should I use RGB? Okay, RGB. Let's use this one here. Okay, so this is what I have. So to show you that it's working, let's make this color. So okay, so I have this. So this is what you have now. This is the color of the text, right? So now I need to increase the gap between the text. So his font is text is, where is text? So this text, I'm just going to give it gap, increase the gap, say 20 pixels. Let's say it's going to be okay. So let's see the gap it has earlier. Text gap, okay, it has 20 pixels earlier. So let's make it 25 pixels on smaller screen. Okay, so I think this part is done. Let's move to the next, this section. So on the work section, so on this work part, targeting this work. So I'll just take this. put it, I'm removing everything. I'll give it flex direction colon. So that is what we have. So next thing I'm going to do is I'll give it padding of say 20 pixels padding. Then I'll come here. I have this. I'll take the whole of this, put here. So here I'm going to make it 100%. Okay, so the height, I'll make this height 150 pixels. Then coming down, let's see what we have so far. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Good. So coming down, let's see what we have coming down. On this place, I have width and height. So I'm removing this. On smaller screen, I have this. So this is for that middle one, middle images. I'm giving it 100%. So I'll give the height 300 pixels. So this is what we have now. Good. So we have this now. Now let's work on this one, this last part. But before, let's work on follow. So the icons are not coming out, you know. Okay, let's see. Maybe they're hidden. So let's work on follow. Coming down to follow, I'll simply take this. So you see, this is what we have now. So we need to increase this margin top. So let's increase the margin top to 200 pixels and see. The icons are not coming out. So let's see if I'm not connected anymore. So let's see if the icons come out. Oh, I don't know. It's not my record is not strong or what. Let's continue working on this the footer part, but icons are here. Okay, on the footer, go to the footer. What we're going to do is let's go to okay, this place. So we said flex direction. Flex direction column. So we have them column, right? So it's time to change the width. Take this, put it here. I'll make this 100% height. Good. So reduce the height. So the height should be say 100 pixels height. Is it okay? 150 pixels of height. Then let's give this padding 20 pixels padding on the footer. So we'll have this, right? We need to give it gap. Gap. Where are we giving the gap? On margin. Where? Okay, let's say gap. Here, 4 pixels of gap. So you have this. I want to fix it. Let's see why this icon is not showing. Why others are showing? Why could it be? Okay, wait. Okay, I clicked. Okay, I think the color is white, right? There is a place I made the icons color white. Can I search for white? Control F, white. Okay, all the okay. I made all the icons white. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do fab, because all these are fab all through, right? Dot fab color black. Okay, yes. Okay, Okay, so the icons are showing now. So the icons are showing now. We've been able to do this. Now one more thing, this part, I think this part is not given, right? So let's work on it. So we'll go to UL. So on LI, let's give it margin left 20 pixels, or let's just say margin 20 pixels. Okay, for all these ones that are similar first, let's remove this. Height is 100%, padding is up. Remove this. So I gave this margin 20 pixels. Did I remove height? What did I do? Okay, sorry. Then padding is what I'm supposed to remove. Okay, I just removed padding. Then I give this margin 20 pixels. It's not showing. This is supposed to work. I don't know what could be the matter. Okay, we gave it display inline up. So the LI has display inline. Yes, display inline. Okay, so we need to change it to block. Yes. Okay, so coming here, we change it to block. LI. So we say display block. This should work. Block. Let's give this padding. Let's on this UL. Let's make it padding 50 pixels. Right? So coming here, we have it. Okay, it's better like this way. Now what you're going to do next is this one here, you need to move it up here on top. So it's actually on, that's the console. Console is here inside UL. Console is inside UL. Okay, so I'll say dot cancel. Let's see. Dot cancel. So give me position absolute. Okay, so let's give it top, say 5%. So we have this. Give it right, say 2%. Okay, so let's push it up. Top should be 2% as well. So we have this now. So we click. Let's give it some space. So top, then right. Let's make right, say 4%. Right? Good. So we've been able to create this. So with this, I'll come to the end of this section. Thank you so much for watching. If you're able to get any value, please do it to subscribe.